All right, shalom, shalom. It's Brother Tazadak with another lesson, Lord willing. This is edifying to the hopefully elect. I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwarash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessings to the Yakim that's pushing this truth out the four corners of the earth and all truth, sincerity, and diligence. All right, man, I got to do this lesson like this because my computer, for me to go, I don't know what's going on. I wanted to play a clip, but you can't hear it. So, I got to do it on my phone like this. But Lord willing, this is edifying. So I'm gonna just get into it. I'm not because the brothers from Texas. I was finna do this video, but then I got on the YouTube and I started. I see the brothers were going live, and I'm like, damn, they doing the same thing. So that's pretty much the spirit that's going around, man. How the Lord, is getting ready, to allow this devil to make his move, man. The Lord is getting ready to allow this devil, to take it to, another level, man. Because once the money in an economy, is in jeopardy, or the people, the way they've living, and been living life, for the past decades, once that has been altered because of circumstances, people are gonna start losing their mind, man. People are gonna start doing things that they never thought that they would do. Okay. So that's what's getting ready. That's what's getting ready to happen in this society, at this point. All right, so I'm gonna play a little bit of this clip. Here, and we're gonna get into it. So I'm gonna just see where it's at right now, and I'm gonna jump around on it, and Lord willing, I'll be able to just put the link in the description box.
Let's get to this story now. Next week, everything changes for the U.S. dollar. Next week, the Federal Reserve is about to completely alter how you use money in the United States. Why is no one covering this story? They're focused on Donald Trump, literally ignoring one of the biggest stories in America right now. We're going to get to that part of the story in a moment, how the monetary policy will shift, the monetary system will shift in the United States. But first, something odd is happening in the United States and to the U.S. dollar that's in your pocket right now.
All right, so yeah, man, a lot of people are distracted with this, with this Donald Trump arrest, deal, man. And a lot of people don't know, what's going on, but I'm gonna jump around right here. I don't want to, let me see.
V2 and hitch up overnight. You'll now find that these U.S. government parks will no longer accept cash.
This is just it was the going first into, the fact that, they starting at, a lot of national parks, government-owned parks, they're not accepting cash anymore, starting in what I believe is April 1st, no, not April 1st, like 3 days, I believe. But, 3 days, I'm tripping, April 1st, Salaki. And then it's going to be like full-fledged in July. But he'll tell you, he's going to finish telling you, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump around a little bit, because there's certain things that were said that I want to keen in on.
Many government offices, government buildings, government installations that you'll now not be able to pay cash. The cost of going cashless, this article says, and Fromers, as U.S. national parks, as many switch to plastic only, digital. Here's how Fromers describes it. So far in 2023, Badlands National Park in South Dakota, Crater National Park in Oregon,
even using the apps that we right now trust, then they can throw regulations on those apps, and we're already in there because they want to be able to move money instantly with this Federal Reserve thing that they're working on. So it is further moving us toward that digital currency thing that we've been talking about for a while, and that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And as someone in the chat just says, what happens if the whole system collapses, breaks down, falls down? Yeah, well, here, don't worry about it because the internet never goes down. Websites never have a problem. Banking systems are always secure, so you don't have that to worry about. Don't even worry about it.
Nothing is hackable. Nothing is hackable.
Exactly. Nothing.
And don't forget, you hear reports about how, they buttering, it's like they, making it known that, Russia will practice cyber attacks against the U.S. So, keep that in mind.
Nothing is hackable. So the National Park Service
All right, so I'm gonna just
If we
jump to
have
the
arrangers, it was going back and forth.
Please
this
do
whole
not
this
have
whole
your bank
this
account
whole
linked
clip right
to the
here
IRS.
is juicy. Like
These national parks, you have
it's
great
good
mobile
stuff.
service.
Time and I don't know, back on the side note, the country of Sri Lanka is now accepting US dollars in cash to go to their national parks. Let me repeat that. The country of Sri Lanka is letting you use US dollars to go to their national parks. You just can't do that in the United States. Like, you literally can't make this up.
This odd little switch can spark your body's fat melting machine while you sleep. Very few know about this yet.
Here's Sri Lanka, is allowing foreign visitors to pay in US dollars to enter their national parks. On Monday, the Federal Reserve, led by Jerome Powell, issued a press release declaring the launch of the new US digital dollar, which is coming in July fully, but it rolls out next week, so about 3 days. So get ready, it's happening. Here's what they're planning and how they describe it from the Federal Reserve. The Fed Now service will provide individuals and businesses the ability to send and receive instant payments through the Federal Reserve FedLine network at any time of day, 7 days a week. Recipients of payments using FedLine or FedNow will have...
I'm gonna say this. I'm looking at this guy's countenance, man. He's looking like, he's angry, and you would call this guy right here some, like I want to say what do you call it? I don't really know this cat, man. He would be like a keeper of the house. I wouldn't say keeper of the house. He would he would be like, I guess a reporter, alternate news reporter, man. I never seen this guy redacted. This is the first time I've seen this. However, but what he's, you could tell from his countenance, he's pissed off, man. From what I see, the way how he's saying it, Fed now, saying stuff like that. You see, because this going to, well, he's going to tell you the financial freedom that the American people had, all of that is gone. All of that is done. Okay? But I'm going to let it keep playing. We're going to get some scriptures.
Immediate full access to funds which enable greater flexibility, they say, and opportunity for immediate use of money sent and received. In April, the Federal Reserve will begin certifying participants so that they can be fully set up when the launch occurs. So again, starting next week. Those institutions will be prepared to send live transactions through the system. And then in June, the Federal Reserve and those certified participants, again, which start next week, will engage in production validation activities to prepare for the launch. But next week it officially starts, this rollout, the first week of April.
Now, we have somebody in the chat who just said we're being fear-mongers. I would like to point out that at least 11...
All right, so yeah, she's about to, like what he's saying is that, this is finna roll out, man. Okay? This CBD, this whole little Fed now CBDC thing, this about to roll out, man. Okay? It's the Fed Now program. You see? 365, 24/7. All right, and this is going to usher in CBDCs, man. And this is what this is. You already know that this devil, he gives you, he was already bringing out the digital ID, that like everything is going digital, man. This is a plan. This is a plot. You can grab this is a plan. This is a plot, man. Okay. Look at that. Look at the timing of all these things, man. When the BRICS nations is being established, man. Brazil and China just came to an agreement to ditch the dollar. This is all in the news, man. Okay? Isaiah Salaki. This is all in the news. All right, so, we already know that this devil, we're not ignorant to his devices. Look, this is Psalms 37:12. It says, the wicked plotted against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth, man. All right, and so, It says the wicked plotted against the just. So this devil, look at this big plan that he pushes out, man. Look at this, this whole rollout, man. Everything that's been cooking up, man. It's been cooking up for, a long time, man. Because, at one point it was cash, check. It was cash, checks, cards, and then the cards came out, then the cards came with a chip that got you, used to using it and, the terminology. And now you can just wave the card, and now you can just do, with your phone. He's got you used to technology, man. So it was all a plan. It was all a plot, man. And he plotted against the just, because chiefly this is towards the nation of Israel. See, we see this. The nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel. See, we see this. We see this from a mile away. We can see what this devil is doing. All right. We know, because we got the scriptures, we got the understanding. So, because when you go to Revelations, the 13th chapter, John seen this, man, but he didn't know what it was. But we can pinpoint through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. This devil, he's ruling by what? Sorcery, witchcraft, and he practiced it through what is technology. So we can see through his technology, he's going to implement what we call the MOTB, man. All right, what we know as the see him. All right, so it says that what? The wicked plotted against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. And gnasheth upon him with his teeth, man, because what? In the mouth of a beast, his teeth is his power, man. So he's gnashing upon what, man? Society, right? He's really, like I say, his whole plot is to get at them that keepeth the commandments of the Lord, right? So he's gnashing upon his teeth through what his policies, right? His policies, his decrees, the things that he set up behind closed doors at these summit meetings. This is what he does, man. This is the plot of the so-called white man seeking to slay his brother Jacob. You see? So let's go back to it.
Countries in recent history have Argentina, I think it's getting close to $33 trillion, they be able to.
Telling you is what's not being reported at all in the mainstream media.
That's
business days for us to get it back. And that hurts a lot of people when you get massive thing is like,
let me ask you guys, do you guys trust the politicians? Do you guys trust Washington?
Right.
If you do, make sure that you're protected.
And the reason why I'm skipping through it, Akim, is because I couldn't do it on my computer. So, what I am going to do is just tackle some of these points, what I remember, just to, to deal with it. Lord willing, this is edifying. Okay. This is what we up against, man. Brothers is, this is the condition of the battle, man. This is what, the Lord has spoken to play out on the end of the earth, man. All right, because let me just get this. This thing is real, man. This is 2 Ezra 6, and I'm gonna just get to the point. 8, it says, and he said unto me, well, no, Salakia. I'm going to do you a disservice if I just start at 8. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. All right, so, all these things that he named when you read up in the chapter, but also, these captivities that we've been in, man. All right, this prison that we've been in, right? The Lord did this, and it can be ended by none other. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first be and the beginning of the following? And he answered, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, from Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow, man. So Esau is the end of the world, man. Not the actual world, but end of an eon, the end of an age of the so-called white man's era. His power structure is fallen, man. When the currency that was been such the police of the world, if you will, that every nation had to deal with, is now look at that like now look at it. Now it's looked at like it's nothing, man. I got videos, if I can find it again, that they was burning the money in the country, man. All right, because the American dollar really ain't worth anything anymore, man. When China and Brazil, because inflation is about to be crazy, Because if all these countries back away from the dollar, ditch the American dollar, then all that revenue got to come, all that them FRS got to come back well to United States of America, which is going to what? Cause hyperinflation. And people keep saying we may a recession or we may enter hyper. We are going into hyperinflation, man. Let's get back to the video, Salaki.
And, to protect you and your family. So that when...
Well, the thing is, like...
Let me ask you guys, do you guys trust the politicians? Do you guys trust Washington?
And the Lord said, trust not thine enemy, man. We don't trust the so-called white man. We know what he's about, man. Right? And right now is getting to be a serious time. It's always been a serious time, man. But this is the Lord working, man. This is what the Lord is doing. The Lord is making this happen after the Passover, man. You see?
Right.
If you do, then good. Then don't. Then put all of your money.
Then why are you here?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can.
Well, and the way that they're going to get mass adoption is by this convenience. I mean, we always hear when we get our money back, it takes 3 to 5. Like they can take our money instantly, but it takes 3 to 7 business days for us to get it back, and that hurts a lot of people when you make some kind of purchase and you're waiting for that refund. So people are they're gonna use that for mass adoption, and then this is gonna be tied to, like, if you owe a ticket to the city or something, they're gonna be able to take it. They're gonna be able to take your tax returns. Like if you feel like you don't owe the right amount, there's no arguing. They're like, nope, this is what you owe. We're gonna take it. Like they're gonna be directly connected to your finances, and this is like that whole social credit score kind of thing that. If you commit a crime or do anything, you can be completely locked out of your money. So I think this is something to be fearful of.
Yeah, and if you notice the journalists that we've had.
That's right, man. That's right. So therefore, what? That's basically, him playing God, man, because he have that God-like complex. He want to be God. He want to sit up on the throne. And so I'm gonna just get straight to the point because I'm recording on my phone. I don't even know if I have enough space, but Lord willing, I do. Lord willing, this message is edifying. This is 2 Thessalonians 2, verse I'm start at 3. He says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except a falling away first." Right, that day of what, man? Us being delivered out of here, man. And it says what? Except there be a falling away first, man. All right. Right, and we did fall away. We fell away during the time we was Hellenized during the time of the Greeks, and then we truly fell away whenever we came over here to America, man. It says, who opposeth and exalt himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple, shewing himself that he is God. You see, so Salaki. I think I skipped the whole damn verse because I don't remember reading that. So I'm going to just start over at 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." That right there. I don't remember reading that, but if I did, but I want to harp in on that. It says that man of sin be revealed, man. Who's being revealed? To be the devil. Who's the deceiver, man? All right? Who's doing the work of Satan here on the planet Earth, man? What nation could you place right there that has raped, robbed, has brought violence, and just look at the history, man. Right? It says who opposeth and call himself. So we talking about a person here who opposes himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is a God. So what person is doing this on the planet Earth, man? All right? Who got themselves looking as if though they're the savior, man? Who opened the book and painted the likeness of themselves, right? Where and who is he, man? Right? So let's go to it.
Had on this show, okay? I'm talking about like Wyatt Reed, for instance, great journalist, right? He was sitting in this studio after covering
not like that.
Street.
Yeah.
It's another point.
to all of us.
I know
watch.
that he was just going to.
If you're thinking about buying or selling a house,
man.
anywhere
it
within
was,
about 45 minutes of
a cat
Lafayette,
sitting in
including the
they-
blue areas on this map, did you know that you might not be seeing all the homes that are actually
It was a cat sitting in their studio, and they froze all his money, But check this out, though. This is good.
Catherine Austin Fitts, who's a brilliant, brilliant woman, recently described what going cashless would do to all of us. Watch.
So, Tucker, the one of the bedrocks of freedom is freedom to do financial transactions, including privately, or freedom to do where you want to do and wherever you want to do. And unfortunately, as the financial system has become more and more digital, you see more and more not only invasive surveillance, but more and more controls. You referred to Canada, perfect example. And the reality, as the financial system gets more controlling and more invasive, it's a little bit like bringing up a corral around us. And CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and vaccine passports or digital IDs are sort of the last shutting of the gate. It's hard for many people to imagine the risks here because we're so used to living with financial transaction freedom. And we don't understand that when this gate closes on us, we literally will be sitting in a system where the central banks believe that our assets belong to them and they can dictate where we can spend money and what we can spend money on. The important thing to understand is central bank digital currencies are not currencies. Gives the ability for the central bankers, and they've said this publicly, the ability to not only set the rules centrally, but enforce the rules centrally. If you don't behave, you can have your money turned off.
Oh, yeah. Have your money turned off.
So he want to sit in the seat of the Most High, man, because you you take away his money, man. You got to think about it, man. You got a child. He say if you give him an allowance, whatever. But then you say he doing things you don't like. You stop his allowance, man. But he uses allowance for stuff that he like, right? Like Americans use their dollars for the things they want to spend. I want to have his birthday bash weekend, man. Or his whatever these people do, man. When you cut his allowance off, man. He's gonna feel, the cash flow, come to an abrupt halt, man. Just like these people. They don't want their cash flow to be cut off. They're gonna be obedient, man. You see? They're gonna be obedient because the money is gonna be programmable, man. And he's gonna tell you this. We've been saying this, man. We've been saying this, but you see, here it is. It's like this is Esau, prophesying, man. This is what what's gonna come down the pipe, man. Right? Check it out.
Which we're going to get to in a second. So how invasive would this actually be? Well, perhaps as invasive as what China is doing with it. Remember, Klaus Schwab at the World Economic Forum loves China and thinks that the way that they control their people is top-notch.
So we have to define how the world should look like.
And this guy right here, he's tied in, bro. This guy right here, he's tied in, man. All right, this guy worked for the elites, man. This is, they all work together, man. You see? This is the same guy that owns the WEF, man. They're once another so-called scamdemic is to happen, once it happened, because it says there will be another one. Once another scamdemic happen, hey, man, this guy's going to come in with his, all sovereignty will be given to these people, man. If another scamdemic happen, this guy right here will dictate what happens in your country, in your city, in your, whatever it is, because this is a global reset, man. Right? This is the devil himself, man, showing you his horns, man. Jake, you best get your mind right. Understand what's finna happen in a city near you. Right? This is not happening. This is not a time afar off, man. Look, man, let's grab that. Let's grab that. Because that's the spirit that Jake be in, man. Afar off. What is it? Is it Isaiah? Oh, wait, it gotta be in Ezekiel or something. They prophesy about a time. Let's see. Let's just go see if we can find that. I want to say that. Salaki. Man. maybe I'm gonna just go to what I think I. Let's go. All right, probably was. Yeah, totally wrong. I got the numbers backed up. Ezekiel 12. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. There it is. This is Ezekiel 12, and I'm gonna just start at the point 26. It says, "Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of a time that are far off. Say therefore unto them, thus said the Lord Yahweh, there shall no more of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said Yahweh." Right, so this thing is happening now, man. You just heard this nigga say it 3 days. This is when it starts. Full-fledged in June, bro. It's June. Oh, man, that'd be crazy, bro. That'd be crazy. It's June. You see? Nah, I don't, I didn't, yeah, that'd be crazy, man. I didn't want to stop the recording. Lord willing, the water. All right, let's go.
Which we want to come out of this transformation period. I respect China's achievements, which are tremendous over the last over 40 years. I think it's a role model for many countries, but I think also we should leave it to each country to make its own decision what system it wants to adopt. And I think we should be very careful in imposing systems. But the Chinese model is certainly a very attractive model for quite a number of countries.
Of course, then he's praised Justin Trudeau as perhaps the greatest student of the World Economic Forum. And we see, of course, civil liberties and banking system structures they put in Canada. We already know that China loves to keep an eye on its people. That's not news. Well, here's another example of how a cashless digital currency would work. It expires.
Yeah, there it go right there. Right there. That's what I wanted to get at. That's what I wanted to get at. Keep pay attention to what he's saying.
It would expire. Yes, just like that gift card that you got for Chili's 2 Christmases ago that you never used. It disappears. You can't use it under any circumstances any longer, given a time
So they don't
period.
want you to have a savings.
Well, I mean, it just depends on how. Yeah, well, they don't want you to have a savings account. They actually do not want you to have savings. They want you to spend it. So that's what this article purports when we go through this sort of expiring money.
So listen to this shit, man. Let me get this straight. So we're gonna roll out this system. It's gonna be this is gonna be this is how you're gonna make purchases, right? But at the same time, you got a certain amount of time to purchase whatever it is. You got to spend this money. So you ain't gonna have savings. Basically, like the dude just saying, you're not gonna have a savings. You will own nothing and be happy, bruh. Because he's gonna bring you to your knees through famine and starvation and all these things, man. Okay? Just think about it. I'm gonna just let's just run it. Let's just think he gonna roll this out. Bang, 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 bang. Roll this out, have this going. Then bam, you got all these cyber attacks. You know what I'm saying? They ain't dealing like it's, cyber attacks going on. And then when they crank it up, because of these things, the only way that this is gonna work, only way that we won't be able to be, hacked again is make it unhackable so it won't mess everybody money up. It's gonna be this C-hip right here. That's just me speaking as a man, This devil finna come, look, that's gonna grab the scripture. He rolled it out. He got it rolling. You know what I'm saying? People using it from their phone and comparing with their face and all this, that, and the third, man. And then bam, he crash it. He do like the cyber attacks. You know what I'm saying? But he gotta crash he gotta crash the actual paper dollar in order to roll this out fully. In order to get everybody to take that. So it's just not a coincidence, man, that these other nations while they at the time of this, man, these other nations are making men's and coming together and choosing the Chinese yuan, to do business and commerce, man. Look, this is Revelations 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for this devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time." So he knoweth he have but a short time, and he's gonna come down with great wrath, man. All these train derailments, man. The Lord is doing this, but he's using this devil to do it. Right? He's going to come down with great wrath because he know he had but a short time. So which means that he's using the method of gradualism as fast as he can, man. A chain of unfortunate events, right? While people be sleep with with that boy name, Chris Rock getting smacked in his face. All right, all this demonic activity going on. Donald Dump and what's that boy name again? 6ix9ine getting his ass beat in the bathroom. Things like that, man. People are distracted with things like that, right? Knowing why this devil about to come down with great wrath, man. Okay? Because look, man, when you read verse 17, and I'm going to just get it, says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman, which is what? The elect, man, and went to make war." Well, was wrought with the nation of Israel, and went to make war with the remnant, chiefly the elect, man. Went to make war with the remnant of a seed which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the elect. He went to make war, with the elect, man. I mean, that's what he's doing it for. He doing all of this to make war with those that keep the commandments of the Lord. All right, and not just those that keep the commandments of the Lord, but those that got the what? The mark of exemption, man. Right? Which is spiritual. Okay? Let's go back to the video. Because I don't know how long this is.
Here's how they're using it in China right now. In October of 2020, the Shenzhen district announced the distribution of 10 million digital yuan to Chinese citizens, to about 50,000 people. It's about $30 US. Lucky winners could then spend their money at designated shops between the October 12th and the 18th. They only had those 6 days to spend it. A similar announcement happened in Shenzhen, when registered Chinese citizens would receive their money on January 11th and then would need to spend it before January 17th. A 6-day sort of stimulus, if you will. Before it expires, it disappears. And if you think that's just going to happen in China, nope, it's coming to the United States. You can read all about the program.
And then I want to add this, man. Look how this devil may do, man. It's like me just speaking as a man. This devil may know, okay, it's expired, right? So we're going to let these niggas know they got this amount of days. Now, he probably gonna, in the time of your affliction, because that's afflicting. That you get money, and then don't forget that he's gonna roll out with this universal basic income, just targeted at you jakes, man. Okay, so that's gonna be like basically, Jake gonna be FUD. I'm gonna say that. Okay, a lot of Jake's gonna be FUD. Everybody gonna be FUD, but Jake's gonna be all the way FUD, man. So he got time, right? He got you got a certain amount of time to spend this, right? But wait, check this out. No, that's not it. Man, hold on, let me see. Let me see. It might be in the apocrypha. No, it's not. Oh, maybe, hold on, let me see. It might be entreat. Bam, right there. It says, the Lord said, verily it should be well with thy remnant. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil, in the time of affliction. You see? But look, it says, the Lord said, verily it shall be well with the remnant. Verily, I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of affliction, in the time of evil, entreat thee well in the time of affliction, and evil in the time of affliction, Salaki. You know, hey man, check this out, bro. This devil here, in a sense, you know, just say you need to spend this money, but you need more time. Look, well, give me your house. All right, you can put your house up. All right, or you can put this and that up to add more time, or to add more CBCs. Just me speaking as a man. You know. So hey, the thing is, man, this is the devil that we dealing with, bro. So therefore, you gonna have Jake doing what? Let's go to Nehemiah 5. This is Nehemiah 5:1. It says, and there was a great cry of the people of their wives against the brethren, their Jews. And this is whenever Israel was oppressing Israel. It says, but this is what's going on. It says, but there were that said, we our sons and our daughters are many, therefore take up corn for them that we may eat and live. Some also there were said, we have mortgaged our lands and vineyards and houses that we might buy corn because of the dearth, right? There were also that said, we have borrowed money for the king's tribute, and that upon our lands and vineyards. Now our flesh is as the flesh of our brethren, our children as their children. And lo, we bring into bondage our sons and daughters to be servants, and some of our daughters are brought unto bondage already. Neither is it in our power to redeem them, for other men have our land and vineyards, man. So this devil he come with a plan and tell you, look, man, you just give me this, cough that up, and we can go and get you some more time, man. It is what it is. We can get you some more CBDCs. And then Jay gonna be what? He's gonna the borrower is gonna be subject to the lender. You see? Like it says in Proverbs. Matter of fact, let's just get it, man. And you know, it's edification purposes. This is Proverbs 20 and 7. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor. We're the poor, you know, in this situation here. We're the poor. Because we sure as hell ain't rich. We're not ruling. We're not sovereign, right? And the borrower is servant unto the lender. You see? Because Esau sits on the throne right now. And he has control over the money. So therefore, what you become a servant unto him, man, right? That's why we had to work, you know, we working these jobs and whatnot, man. You see, and now with this Fed now and this CBDC, man, stuff rolling out, man. Hey, man, people are really gonna see the devil that he is, man. This society is gonna be governed by draconian laws, man. You know, doing anything outside the box, you're gonna get put to death. Get your money cut off. Turn your life off. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to it, man. Let's keep going.
Programmable expiring money right on the Federal Reserve's website. They printed it. It's on the Federal Reserve's website. Read it right here. The Fed describes it this way. Expiring money, one whose value falls to zero after a specific date, is a potential monetary policy tool. Programmability, a technical feature made possible by digitization, can accelerate decisions to spend it, making it very effective means for stimulating consumption. So they can accelerate decisions to spend it. Oh, you only have 5 days? That'll accelerate your decision to go out and spend money.
Well, this
You know what it reminds me of?
Yeah. What?
I was going to say, you ever see The Office where Jim is trained?
Not bad enough. China and Russia and the rest of the BRICS nations are about to completely undermine the U.S. dollar by settling oil purchases in Chinese currency rather than U.S. dollars. Here's how Fareed Zakaria described it in a segment that he just did, where he thinks it's one of the greatest threats to the U.S. dollar. Watch.
Here's my take. The most interesting outcome of the 3-day summit between Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping got limited meaning.
We haven't seen how bad this is going to get yet. I mean, everybody's talking about the cost of food. There's not going to be any food.
This solution allows you to grow
See what I'm
100
saying?
pounds of food.
Look at this. Look, this is the commercial. See, I had these are the commercials that's coming through between videos. I had one of these recorded already, but I had to delete it because, you know what I'm saying, the mic wasn't even on. But listen to this.
In just 4 square feet, even without sunlight. My name is Henry Cobb. I'm a history professor. What I'm going to reveal in this video is the most important message I've ever given in my entire life. A recent 2020 study from Columbia University said that the U.S. is facing an imminent, near total depletion of the U.S. food reserves, where over 94% of our wheat reserves could become totally exhausted.
Yeah, but we ain't got to
The
do all that
attention.
shit.
Describing their talks, Putin said, "We are in favor of using the Chinese yuan for settlements between Russia and the countries of Asia, Africa, and Latin America." So, the world's second largest economy and its largest energy exporter are together actively trying to dent the dollar's dominance as the anchor of the international financial system. Will they succeed? The dollar is America's last surviving superpower. It gives Washington unrivaled economic and political muscle. It can slap sanctions on countries unilaterally, which frees that country out of large parts of the world economy. And Washington can spend freely, certain that its debt will be bought up by the rest of the world.
Yeah. So as Monica Crowley points out, well, first of all, Peter Schiff then tweeted this. He just said the petrodollar's days are numbered. China will not likely be paying for Saudi oil in U.S. dollars. So we are seeing sort of the final throes of what was once a powerful reserve currency. What does a digital version of this portend?
I mean, that hegemony, though, obtained by cheating. We
Right.
went over that earlier this week. If you roll back the tape and watch our history lesson on that, it was not like we earned it. So, and many of you in the chat said, well, that serves you right.
Karma, many of you said, yeah.
Okay. But that doesn't mean it's going to feel good on the rest of us because we're sort of used to living this way and we're going to have to get creative.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how it hits us. I mean, but here's what Monica Crowley, she puts a pin in it by saying this is the end of the U.S. dollar as we know it. Watch.
The fact that oil has always been traded in dollars. If that were to end, that would mean the end of the U.S. dollar.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So
straight up. So if they start doing business and commerce with the U.S. without the U.S. dollar, that is the end of the U.S. dollar. So they most definitely gonna be doing what? Casting their silvers in the streets, man. Because what, their gold is cankered. Right? I know I just put two scriptures together, but brothers know what I'm saying. You know, because the money ain't worth nothing, man. In Revelations, that's what that's what it's telling you. Hyperinflation. Let's go to it. This is where is it? All right, this is Revelation 6, and I'm gonna start at 5. It says, "And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast come and say, Behold, a black horse. And he that sat on it had a pair of balances and in his hand." All right, that balance goes into what? A yoke, man. Let's see if I can get the blue letter on that. Like a yoke, man, right? Zugas, right? It says a yoke that are put on drought cattle, man. Use of any burden or bondage as that of slavery. Going into that black horse, it says, troublesome laws imposing on one, especially on, so like of the Mosaic law. But the point is the yoke, man, right? Because this devil has the power, you know, to put a yoke on the money, which he's done. You see? Check it out. It says, and I heard a voice of the, and I heard a voice in the midst of the fourth beast say, a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see that thou hurt not the oil or the wine. So check this out. It says a measure of wheat for a penny. A penny goes back to denarius, right? Right? Which means goes on with 10 asses, which was a day's worth in the Roman society. Because you got to understand, this is the time of the Romans, man. But you know, this is Apostle John, man, speaking. You know, getting this vision here, man. Right? So check this out. We can and through the Spirit, we can, filter this, and we know where we at in prophecy. It says that denarius containing 10, right? A Roman silver coin in New Testament time, it took its name from being equal to 10 asses, a number after 217 BC, right? So it was 10 asses, man, which was a day's work. So a day's worth of work, man, you was getting a measure of wheat for, That's how that now you see how the economy, the inflation is finna happen, man. You're gonna be paying $50, $60 for a goddamn piece of chicken, man. You look at goddamn Popeyes right now. You go to Popeyes damn chicken, $51, man. Right now, think about when hyperinflation hit, man. Damn near a box of chicken gonna be fucking $200. If they even got it. 3 measures of barley for a penny, man. A day's worth. It's not that's not a lot. That's not a lot for a day's work, man. And see that thou hurt not the oil nor the wine. See, because this is the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the truth, because you can do nothing to the truth. You can do nothing to the truth, only for the truth. You see? Salaki. But let's go back, man. See that video. Look.
Well, let us know what you think.
And that's exactly what's going on. She said when they stopped doing that, which they did, man, which they did. This is it's in the air, man. It's in the air. Let me see. Bam, right there. Look at this article. Brazil, China strikes trade deal to ditch the dollar. Right? And you just seen Saudi Arabia, man. Listen. They going with, things are happening, man. They going with a total, the Chinese won, man. Everybody is ditching the American dollar, man. So you will see this economy crash. Now, they got this woman here. Where is it? She say some good stuff, man. I watch her.
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free.
I'm gonna just get to the point, though.
Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. This video is for those of my subscribers who are following how the CBDC adoption is progressing around the world. Unfortunately, what I'm about to share with you went virtually unnoticed. Federal Reserve just announced
this devil, he ain't trying to let this get out, man.
That it is launching FedNow instant payments in July of this year. In a variety of other countries, central bank instant payment options have been subsequently followed by CBDC trial rollouts. This is just several months away and nobody seems to know much about it. Surprisingly, we don't hear about it at all amid the financial sector crisis.
It's because, man, they trying to shut this shit down. But I'm gonna get to the point
have
where
enabled bank instant payments. It simplifies payment services for banks of all sizes. It is the federal, the banking crisis, and now the digital payment. Comment below and let us know what you think about the timing of this launch, the banking crisis, and now the digital payment platform. So let's take a look at more details. What exactly is FedNow service? It is the Federal Reserve's digital payment system. As the name suggests, it simplifies payment services for banks of all sizes by offering around-the-clock daily instant payment services. In addition to that, the system will allow bill payments, money transfers, and other consumer activities. In most cases, transactions will be settled within just 60 seconds and without any interruption. The system is not blockchain-based from what I'm reading. Central bank instant payment programs are new. In fact, the sector was valued at $100 trillion, US issuing $39.8 billion in 2021. But here's the catch. Instant payments have enabled India to expand its e-rupee pilot as part of its CBDC trials. So the more research you do on this, the more it becomes clear that the two systems go hand in hand and serve the same goal. Why are countries adopting it? Well, if you've been keeping up with the latest news on CBDC, the official reasons may sound very familiar to you. According to Global Data Report on Innovation in Instant Payments Trend Analysis, some countries such as India see instant payments as an opportunity to create more financial inclusion by simplifying access to
financial inclusion, security, all of that bull crap. See, but we know why this devil is doing that. We're not ignorant. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. At least Satan should get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant to his devices, man. We're not ignorant to this devil's devices. We know we can see the plan, man. We can see the plot because we read the scriptures and we can bring it out, man. Okay? He calls it all, both small and great. This is part of that image of the beast, man. Right? This whole Fed now, CBDC rollout, this is the image of the beast. This is what's, this is the infrastructure of this, man. This is the foundation. He's rolling, man. Well, this is basically what he's getting to, right? To, conduct his evil plan.
Digital banking for those who cannot access a bank account.
Right, so, look.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Check this out.
We've heard these exact words when we discussed the recent events in Nigeria. You may recall it. Atlantic Council recently reported that the main objectives for developing a Naira payment system in check or small businesses with cash flow constraints by avoiding late payment fees and freeing up. The Fed says that making funds immediately available will help those who live paycheck to paycheck or small businesses with cash flow constraints.
See that right there? That's what I wanted. This will help those who live paycheck to paycheck. Who's mainly living paycheck to paycheck, man? Jake. You see, the wicked plotted against the just. Just like how they were saying about the jump shot. Jake had to get it first. This is for Jake. This is why they rolling this out, and Jake gonna be the asshole to take it, man. I mean, asshole to to be all for it. Because I'm gonna say this, I don't think they just gonna come straight out with the with the C here, man. That he trying to do gradualism as fast as he can. Like I said, man, he gonna come out with speaking as a man with the facial payment, palm payment, your card and whatnot, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But then say we got an EMP, smack, or a false flag to where the electricity, the grid go down or whatever. Then he gonna restart the grid, but this is the way you're gonna have to make payments. So he caused it all. Just me speaking as a man. You see?
By avoiding late payment fees and freeing up working capital to finance growth. The Fed's analysts say FedNow could also cut demand for payday loans as consumers won't have to wait for a check to clear. Comment below and let me know if you agree with this and feel that it would help you or your business. I would love to get your thoughts on this. As you can already tell, these digital transformations frequently feature promotions of financial inclusion. Also, they draw everyone's attention to improvements in domestic bank transactions, which would of course be the biggest concern for anyone who lives in the United States or any other country. But they don't really seem to tell the full story because cross-border settlements are frequently. FedNow, an instant payment platform, is effectively a step toward CBDC implementation. CBDCs and financial privacy, as you already know, by definition cannot coexist.
So as it says, CBDC and financial privacy cannot coexist. So just like hell and heaven. I mean, so this is like I wanted to say hell and reincarnation. They cannot both coexist. You can't have reincarnation and you can't have hell. Reincarnation is proven through the scriptures. Some place where you go and burn for eternity for your sins is not in the scriptures anyway.
Banks and other financial institutions are urged by the Federal Reserve to sign up for the service now. Boston Federal Reserve VP Ken Montgomery says, with the launch drawing near, we urge financial institutions and their industry partners to move full steam ahead with preparations to join the FedNow service. Also, he said that
full steam, because he knew it, but his time is short, coming down with great wrath, swift as an eagle.
Availability of the service is just the beginning, and growing the network of participating financial institutions will be key to increasing the availability of instant payments for consumers and businesses across the country. According to CNBS, those who support the new payment program say that government payments like those that were issued in the early days of COVID pandemic would have been credited to accounts immediately, rather than the days it took to reach most people. Starting in—
See what I'm saying? See, and look how he can entice Jake. Like, okay, listen, this happened with the, here's a you know, a few CBDCs to get straight to you. Like, look how this devil is using his devices, his tactics, his witchcraft to pull Jake in, man. You know, Jake loves stimulus. Jake love the package. You know what I'm saying? They love everything. Hey, I want to see how they gonna do food stamps. You know what I'm saying? If anything, how would they do that? Right? Oh, you got to be a part of the CB. All your what that is, Section 8 vouchers, your money, it all goes on the same CBDC account or whatever it is, whatever they got, the same FedNow account. So all that's gonna be on the same thing, especially these black women, man. All that's gonna be on the same thing. And then what, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you, in order to get this, you must now take the C here. Man.
First week of April, the Fed will begin formally certifying banks to launch the service. Comment below and let me know what you think about the timing of this launch. As I said earlier, I would love to get your thoughts on this, so please don't hesitate to leave a comment. Thank you for watching.
It's right on time. I ain't leaving no comment, but it's right on time, you know? So yeah, man, that's what's going on right now, man. This is upon us. People not understanding, man. The world is about to change, man. Oh, it's about to change. Okay, people are about to understand that, you know, they can't just going around, you know, doing wicked shit, and the Lord is, you know, sending judgment on the planet Earth, man. And He gonna use the so-called white man, which is He used as a sword to do it. All right. So this is Revelations 13 and 15, it says, and He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many that would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, man. You done getting down with the NWO, you know, the movement of all what you see in front of you, man. All right, how things about to take a big turn for, and things are really about to turn. People are really about to see. People's faces about to be pale. People's minds about to be blown. They're about to see that this devil is the devil and you never was free. You're still a nigga here, man. You know? And you've been doing nigga shit, man. And the Lord is sending judgment. So if you're not getting down with the image of the beast, you're going to be killed, man. Right? Just like how it was with Mordecai. You wasn't bowing down to Haman, man. You were going to be killed, man. And He caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma. We're going to go to it. Charagma, right? A stamp, imprinted mark, right? Look up here so I can Strong's definition. A scratch or etching. An etching. You know? What is it to etch? Let me just look that up. Engraving. You see, that means something is being cut into, correct? It says a stamp, a badge of servitude. So I don't see how you can get a badge of servitude from using your right hand, you know, from you've been using your right hand all your life. A sculptured figure, graven mark. Sculptured figure, statue, graven mark. A stamp, an imprinted mark, a mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand of the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. A mark branded upon hearts, a thing carved, sculptured, graven work. Sculptured, you know, think of a sculpture to cut into, man. Right? To receive a charagma, man. And that's what it's gonna be, to see Him, man. He gonna have something. He gonna roll. He's in his plan, man. He's feeding right now. You know. He's feeding. He's gonna be feeding until he get full. You know, and well, you know, not all the way full, but you know, while he's eating. That's what the Lord said. It says, and He caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead, that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, man. So you got to have this in order to what? Do business and commerce. This is clear. This is clear. Okay? Verse 18, here is wisdom. Matter of fact, I got to go get this over here. No. Let me go get this over here. This is verse 18. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is his number, it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Stop stigma. Right? Check it out. Let's go find it. Stop stigma. Let's just go. Damn. What's going on with that? Right, bam. So it says 666, which meaning is the basis of much vain speculation. Right, let's go to the Strong's. Stigma, right? 22nd, 14th of obsolete letter, G742. Let's go see what that says. It says a mark. Whoa, no. It's like y'all, but look. This is what it is. It says, well, I said mark already. A mark pricked in or branded upon the body to ancient Oriental use. Slaves and soldiers bore the name or stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their body to indicate what master or general they belong to. You know, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods, man. The number, hey, listen, this is his number. And who created the UPC code with the 666 and the barcode? George Laura, you know? Let's see if I can go to Google. Because remember, it says you're boring of the slave to let you know who you belong to. Remember that. Let's see. Bam, right there. There it is. Look, check it out. David Spangler. Right? Let's go to it. Let's go back. Let's look up his ugly ass name. David Spangler. Trash. Dang. I should have just. All right, let's just go to it. That's probably what it was. We're just going to go to it. All right, this is real. All right, it says, no one will enter into the new world order unless he or she will make a pledge to worship Lucifer. No one will enter the new age, right? Fourth industrial revolution, right? Unless he will take a Luciferian initiation. And what is that, man? To see him. All right? You can look this up yourself, man. I had a better. You can look this up yourself. They got better quotes of it, man. I just wanted to hurry up and get it. But yeah, man. So this is what's coming down the pipe. This is what's coming down in the city near you in your lifetime, Jake. You think it's a game. They all think it's a game. They think it's a game, Akim. Lord willing, we endure to the end, man. Lord willing, we endure to the end. That the Lord give us a spirit, you know, to turn up in these last days, you know, to get better, to grow, because we see this devil coming, man. You know, to get stronger in the faith, man. So with that, man, Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopefully elect. I'm going to say shalom.